All right, so we're back here at the WCG USA National Finals live right here from the New York Comic-Con, brought to you by the Samsung Notebook Series 7 Gamer. Again, I'm Corey Dunn alongside Axel Toss. Axel Toss, take us away.
Yeah, man, we got a TVT. This is going to be from the loser bracket final. Winner of this best of three advances on to play QXC, who awaits in the darkness in the grand final. Of course, QXC only has to win one best of three. Whoever goes up against QXC will have to win two best of threes in a row. Thanks for hanging out here at the WCG 2012 Samsung booth. If you guys are enjoying yourself, I see a Team Liquid sweatshirt out there. I like it. Of course, Root Gaming is better. Just kidding. No, TeamLiquid.net, really cool community site. But no Liquid in this match. It's going to be Complexity TriMaster in the top left-hand location. The pink Terran player in the bottom left. It's the yellow Terran player, KawaiiRice from Team Light. Complexity versus Light here in the losers bracket final. Only one spot matters in this tournament. And that spot is the top spot, which gets that trip to China to represent USA at the World Finals, the World Cyber Games. Now, we've seen a TVT on this map already. We might have seen a couple, or it depends if you consider a regame a game. We've had a few regames on this map.
Some of those regames were actually, they went quite a while, so I'd consider them a game. So.
Cool. So we have our definition of a game.
A while.
Yes. QXC is showing dominance on this map with mech-style plays. And honestly, I think every TVT we've seen on this map, they've been spawning in these locations, too. The top left, bottom left. See Kawhi scouting with his SUV. Scouting his opponent's early gas. Now, TriMaster, I'm trying to remember the build he used against QXC. He went for that early Hellion Marine thing with the medevac. That was pretty fancy. Didn't end up working. Oh, don't want to lose that SUV this early. Probably repair him up. KawaiiRice thinking about going for it. Oh. Oh, wow. KawaiiRice does get the kill, but the SUV dies, so both SUVs getting traded there. 1-1 on the units lost. TriMaster going to open up with the Hellions again. No second gas, so probably going to see a command center. Not too far away. KawaiiRice opening up how QXC did, opening up with a very fast command center in his main base. Adding on one gas soon after. So let's see if TriMaster, this definitely looks like an expansion build. Still no second gas just yet. However, he's clicking over here, which implies he wants to build a starport. Which is what he does. So this looks like it's going to be the Marine Hellion medevac thing he did against, or he attempted against QXC. Now, QXC did a really good job shutting it down. But we'll have to see if KawaiiRice can be as effective. Now, after this medevac, we should see TriMaster start accumulating some money to throw down a natural expansion, so he's not completely all in with this. The nice thing about this build, Hellions and Marines only cost money. Your only gas unit is going to be that medevac, and it's going to be nicely timed here. Of course, you need 100 gas for that. Right when the starport finishes, he should have that gas, so very nicely timed out build here from TriMaster. Going to be able to make that medevac without having to wait too long. Once that supply depot completes, it will pop out. Now, can KawaiiRice identify that this is happening? He has no idea right now.
Upgrade complete.
And behind this, he has 3 racks on the field. Command center being lifted off to that natural expansion. 3 barracks worth of production, 1 Marine at a time. Also starting that Combat Shields upgrade. But Hellions can do a lot of damage to Marines if left unchecked. So it's all going to come down to positioning. And again, KawaiiRice's ability to identify what's coming. And there is the scan. That might be the most perfect scan in the world. Is he going to see this medevac? Oh, he sees the medevac. So now KawaiiRice knows exactly what's going on. Very nice scan there from KawaiiRice. He should start preparing by positioning Marines at the edges of his base because he knows about that medevac. But this is a lot of base to cover with just Marines. Hellions coming forward here from KawaiiRice, or from TriMaster. KawaiiRice going to have none of that. The Marine's going to be dropping at the high ground. Now, Combat Shields is not yet done, and these Marines have medevacs supplementation. KawaiiRice doesn't have the bunker. He's going to try to engage here. TriMaster, again, has the ability to heal up those Marines with that medevac. The Hellions coming forward as well. The Marine's taking the damage while the Hellions doing most of the damage. And wow, KawaiiRice is just going to GG. Doesn't have enough, and TriMaster takes a easy game 1. Not even an issue.
He didn't have an answer.
No, he didn't. He needed a bunker there. Generally, whenever you go for that fast of an expansion, it's a decent idea to just have a bunker. Like we saw QXC had one at your natural expansion, but KawaiiRice, playing a little bit risky, did not put down that bunker, and he's going to pay for it. Loses game 1, and now TriMaster is 1 win away from a rematch against QXC.
And this time, his go-around, if he does get the opportunity, he's going to have to not only win 1 best of 3, but 2.
Yeah.
We saw how decisively QXC played against TriMaster in that upper bracket finals. So right now,
it's doable, but it's going to be very tough. QXC definitely going to be a favorite, obviously. He wouldn't be a bad representation. Neither of these 3 guys would be bad representation for the United States in China at the World Cyber Games Finals. But yeah, TriMaster took that game really easily. KawaiiRice did scout the bunker, or did scout the medevac. But there's a difference between seeing and seeing. Though that starport didn't have a add-on, so it's not like it could have either been a medevac or a Viking. So maybe he saw it and he's like, oh, it's a Viking, and then left. Maybe he didn't see the medevac. I don't know. Maybe something to ask him about if he. I'm actually gonna write that down. If he ends up being interviewed.
And we're about to get back underway here with the second map of this best of 3 here in the loser bracket finals here for the World Cyber Games USA National Finals. And who will represent the U.S. for the WCG Finals in China?
This is loser bracket final. In the top right-hand location with the yellow Terran player KawaiiRice from Team Light, currently down 0-1 against his opponent TriMaster. In the bottom left, the pink Terran player from Team Complexity. TriMaster 1 win away from advancing to rematch his teammate QXC in the winners bracket finals. Complexity would love to have top 2 in that winner bracket final, or the grand final, I should say. But KawaiiRice going to try to mess with that a little bit. We'll see what happens. That was just like, that was essentially TriMaster won game 1 without too much trouble. TriMaster did play QXC on this map. I'm trying to remember what build he did. I think it was just expansion builds. Very fast expansion builds. Which happens on Daybreak. What are these guys up to? Oh boy. You know, I saw the early SCVs and I'm like, you know what? It could happen. And it is going to happen. This could be interesting. Okay, so no gases. So, okay, well, there's the gas from KawaiiRice. Well, there are the gases. What do you make of this? We see buildings in unconventional locations. I kind of like it. We see the exact same builds. This is gonna be pretty interesting here. Proxy Marauders is the likely choice. Should have enough gas when the barracks finishes to add on that tech lab. Going to be right at 25. Neither of these players scouting each other, doing the exact same builds. Look at this production. It's the exact same builds.
Getting what you would expect from a mirror match.
Yeah, right.
Almost going to the literal sense.
and KawaiiRice is going to scout, and he's going to be like, okay, what's going on here? Are you doing what I'm doing? I bet they both do a smiley to each other in the chat. That'd be pretty cool. Are you doing what I'm doing? That build looks familiar. And now we're going to see the Marauders in production now. TriMaster's starting concussive shells, and he's starting a bunker. Both these players starting a bunker, but the thing here is they're not going to be able to fill their bunker up. KawaiiRice pulling all of his good amount of SCVs here to try to deal with this. Oh, wait. They put bunkers. Oh my gosh. They put the bunkers in their opponent's wall so they can't wall off. These guys are actually. Oh, now the Marauder gets surrounded by the SCVs from KawaiiRice, so that Marauder goes down. Here comes the Marauder from KawaiiRice. SCV's going to try to surround that. They're going to be successful. This is pretty funny. That Marauder goes down. Another Marauder coming forward here from TriMaster. 19 to 19 in supply. Units lost is 4-4.
Well, everything's almost
identical. It's pretty funny. I wonder if they're doing this on purpose. Both killing their respective supply depots. KawaiiRice going straight for his opponent's mineral line. And they have no ability to defend against these units because their units are being made across the map. Nice surround there on the Marauder by KawaiiRice, but there is that Marauder supplementing from the low ground. And again, he's going to have high ground vision with that bunker. Okay, units lost. Finally some deviation. Workers killed 5-6 in favor of KawaiiRice. What's going to happen here? Oh, here's a Reaper. KawaiiRice mixing in a Reaper. And he has a second one on the way. So KawaiiRice going into Reaper production, realizing they're going to be more mobile than those Marauders in dealing with the SCVs. Of course, Marauders are slow, so the SCVs can pretty easily surround them. Factory finally on the field here from KawaiiRice, so he can potentially make a Hellion to help defend. But he's supply blocked, 18 out of 11. TriMaster is 22 out of 35. SCV is trying to get some damage done on these Reapers, but he has 5 kills, and he's not done. SCV is being pulled here from KawaiiRice, just running to his opponent's side of the map, forfeiting his main base. 3 Marauders is going to be too much to deal with. KawaiiRice needs to keep these 2 Reapers alive, trying to track down these SCVs from his opponent. This is as bizarre a game as any, but I think KawaiiRice might be coming out ahead here. Considering he did kill more SCVs. 21-9. Workers killed. Now, TriMaster, where did all his workers go? Okay, no, KawaiiRice's workers are all here and alive. SCV in hot pursuit. These guys are all friendly, apparently. Oh. He sees him, he's gonna back up. The Reaper's taking down the command, or trying to take down the orbital command now. And I think TriMaster's gonna back up. He's gonna back up his Marauders to try to deal with these Reapers. That is the correct decision. So KawaiiRice might lose. These Reapers not care about, but the SCV is getting this around on the Marauders. That's exactly what KawaiiRice needed, and now his Reaper's coming forward to help supplement, but that's a lot of Marauders. KawaiiRice is going to use this bunker in his opponent's base. He's going to try to finish it up. If he can get that done and get the Reapers inside and repair it, that would be huge against his Marauders. Getting him inside, he needs to repair the bunker, and he does! The Marauder's going to fall, and just like that, hold on. Okay, TriMaster still has 2 Marauders over here, but KawaiiRice is abandoning ship. If KawaiiRice can get a Banshee out, he wins. TriMaster is nowhere close to taking a gas, or to actually teching. He only has 33 gas. He's building a bunker. Building a Marine. If he can get a Marine inside a bunker, get an engineering bay, get a turret. TriMaster trying to take that bunker down. TriMaster needs an engineering bay, like right now, because he's too far away from Starport. Okay, it looks like he canceled that tech lab. He's going to land on the tech lab that he made in the beginning. KawaiiRice does have enough money and gas for a Banshee. Right? No, is it... My mind's a little bit slush right now. Yeah, he does have enough, of course. So once that Banshee gets out... Did TriMaster see this? Oh, TriMaster did not see that Starport with the tech lab. TriMaster absolutely needs an engineering bay right now. No supply depot, needs an engineering bay, he needs a turret to defend against his Banshee. Or else he has nothing that shoots up. He has 2 Marauders. No, 4 Marauders. Well, he has 2 Marines. I'm not sure where those Marines are. Okay, there they are at the watchtower. Okay. So the Banshee's going to get out. Again, he's going to see this with this barrack, so he's going to have to build an engine. He doesn't have a lot of money. Okay, he sees this Banshee right now. And how does TriMaster react here? Those Marines not going to be enough. They're trying to take the life out of him. Another Marine popping out on the field. The Marauder's trying to be aggressive towards this bunker, but they're going to be caught off guard. Banshee going straight for the middle line. Now, TriMaster could just lift off and leave, but a lot of SCVs are going to fall here. Still, 2 more Marines in production here from TriMaster. Going to rely on getting those Marines out rather than getting an engineering bay on the ground. All of these SCVs eventually going to die. At the same time, Marauder's taking down this tech lab from his opponent, realizing where his opponent located them. The command center is mining at the natural expansion of TriMaster. That's KawaiiRice. He used to be over here, I promise. SCV's running for their lives, but they're all going to die. TriMaster, how many Marines does he have? 1, 2. He's going to have 4 on the field, 5 on the field. But if KawaiiRice can just micro well with that Banshee, he should be fine. Marauders going straight for these SCVs. KawaiiRice going to run them to that bunker. And the Banshee going to return back to deal with this. TriMaster trying to come forward. If he can take down that Banshee, that would be huge. Again, in order to make another Banshee, KawaiiRice needs to mine 97 more gas, which would be a difficult feat. And TriMaster going to try to engage up this ramp. Not the best decision, backing up with the Marauders and the Marines. One of the craziest games I've seen in a while. But TriMaster's down to 9 supply. And these Marines have to be perfectly micro. The Banshee getting so low on health at the 26. But keep in mind, KawaiiRice can't repair. He's going to try to take it down. Oh, he does take out the Banshee. No. TriMaster takes out the Banshee. That's exactly what he needed. But he's only at 5 supply. Dropping mules. He doesn't have anything to defend these mules and SCVs. The Reaper is just going to kill them. Running his only SCV away. Okay. Okay, that's what he should have done a while ago, I feel. Building another Marine here. 2 Marines coming across the map. 3rd Marine. We have a Marauder. KawaiiRice has the tech advantage. It's hilarious, that is to say. Supply lead 15-5 at the 13-minute mark of this game. Again, this is game 2 of a best of 3 in the loser bracket final. This command center needs to land and throw down a mule. Oh, Marauder can take down this Reaper. That'd be huge. TriMaster has to zone him in. These Reapers are essentially trapped. No, he's just going to run right by. I think he might have been able to zone those Reapers in and kill them. This orbital command desperately trying to find a place to land. TriMaster just going to be aggressive with this remaining 2 Marines and a Marauder. Keep in mind, there's no Banshee here. So, again, how does KawaiiRice defend against this? Trying to get out more and more Marines, but TriMaster needs to engage before those Marines get out, while he has a Marine Marauder advantage. KawaiiRice turning around to engage here. Every unit is so important. SCV is being pulled here by KawaiiRice. Reapers coming in as well. And TriMaster's last remaining units might not have fallen, but the Marauder taking out the last Reaper, but this Marauder is going to fall. And TriMaster's at 1 supply. There's the GG. KawaiiRice is going to even it up. not the most standard game in the world there. Not the most standard game in the world. The Banshee was really important there from KawaiiRice, and that's essentially what won him the game. Took out so many SCVs. TriMaster needed to identify that his opponent had a starport, because he had no idea his opponent had a starport until like he literally saw the Banshee.
Correct.
I mean, ideally you get an engineering bay, you get a turret in your main base, and then you can players are talking in the chat here. But yeah, even up series 1-1. Winner of this will advance to the grand final to play QXC. A dominant QXC.
That was a really interesting playing style, though, seeing that both teams were actually mirrored each other.
I hope they do it
until
again.
Just one little slight change there with KawaiiRice.
Yeah.
Getting that star point out there.
I hope they both proxy again. That was pretty entertaining.
So that's going to bring us to the final map here in the loser bracket finals.
Yep. This is absolutely the final game in the loser bracket.
So we'll see who's going to face off against QXC from Complexity.
Yep.
They're in the finals to represent the U.S. in the World Cyber Games Finals. Of course, right now you're watching the WCG U.S. National Finals right here from the New York Comic-Con, brought to you by the Samsung Notebook Series 7 Gamer.
TriMaster is your Terran player in the pink in the top right-hand location, representing Team Complexity. His opponent in the lower left, it is the Terran player KawaiiRice, representing Team Light. I asked for it, and he's doing it for me. KawaiiRice is going to build another proxy building here. And TriMaster deciding to play a little bit safer, staying at home. So this is probably going to be a barracks. Probably. It's absolutely going to be a barracks. Unless he proxies a command center or supply depot, which is kind of useless. So TriMaster is not going to be proxying. He's building a gas on one base. Now adding on his barracks. So he's going to have units to be able to utilize. But he needs to identify what he's doing. So what's going to happen here, he's going to scout with his SCV. He's not going to see anything inside his opponent's main base. He needs to immediately start a bunker, and then he's fine. Because I think KawaiiRice is doing the exact same thing. The gas timing is similar. Tech Lab should go down as soon as that barracks finishes from KawaiiRice. And it's not ridiculously close to his opponent's base. The Marauder would have to swing around here and go inside. It's not like the barracks is back here. But TriMaster is about to identify what's going on. Sees nothing at the top there. Not going to look for a barracks. Probably going to scout around the main a little bit. Sees the gas. Then scout around the main. Okay, no barracks there. No barracks there. I know what you're doing. Bunker should start right about soon. Right about here or here. Or he might just be confident in not having one. Of course, you can pull SCVs against Marauders. Not too big of an issue. Bunker is a bit of an investment, even though you get that money back. So TriMaster realizes what's going on. Churning out those Marines. The concussive shells is on the way from KawaiiRice. The Marauder. Let's see how much damage he can get done. Alright. So, here we go. KawaiiRice might just try to set up a contain. Going to build a bunker on the low ground. The Marauder going to try to track down that SCV. The SCV does get out. And now TriMaster has 2 SCVs out here. Not sure what they're up to. Oh, just looking for the proxy. Proxy is down here. Bunker being made here from KawaiiRice. TriMaster wants none of this. Taking on the SCV immediately. The Hellion coming out as well. SCV's trying to tank some damage, but immediately going to run. Concussive Shells has finished. So these Marauders are going to be fairly powerful. KawaiiRice needs to send another SCV to finish up this bunker behind this, adding on a second gas, adding on that factory. Might build a starport proxy, honestly, because you already have that tech lab there. You don't have to rebuild it. Maybe just proxy the starport there. But TriMaster does know about the location of the proxy now. TriMaster adding on a starport of his own, mixing in the Hellions and the Marines, building a bunker on his high ground. KawaiiRice is going to finish up this bunker here. And let's see if he does. Marauder and 2 Marines scouting up in his opponent's main, and we have 3 Hellions here, 2 Marines, and TriMaster's going to drop. Most of KawaiiRice's attacking units are at the bottom of his opponent's main base, which means back at home, he's not going to have much. He has 1 Hellion. Going to be adding on a second fairly soon. The starport is nearing completion. Let's see how much damage these 4 Hellions can do from KawaiiRice. Adding on a command center, or from TriMaster, excuse me. TriMaster's adding on that second command center. Got a Marine Marauder marching back across the map, which is actually going to be able to do a lot to help. And look at this, KawaiiRice is even patrolling an SCV at a potential drop point. So great awareness here from KawaiiRice. This drop should not do much at all. Medevac coming forward, but TriMaster knows exactly, or KawaiiRice knows exactly what's going on. The hell is going to be dropped. Plenty of units here, and he's going to pick up and get out of there. But the Viking is in pursuit, and TriMaster's attempt at a drop completely going to fail. And this Medevac is actually going to die. There's nothing to protect it. That's pretty unfortunate there for TriMaster. This drop completely not working out. Now KawaiiRice sending his 3 Hellions and Marauders. Let's see if he can catch these Hellions from TriMaster. Both these players have expansions on the field, and the Medevac does end up falling. Banshee being added on by TriMaster, not researching Cloak just yet. Alright. KawaiiRice still has this bunker at the bottom of his opponent's ramp. He could try to hold that location. Sending the 4 Hellions forward here. Going to scan his opponent, sees the Banshee as well. Now only 2 units here shoot up, so the Banshee should prove to be very powerful. And there's also a tanker, so is he going to research Siege? We'll keep an eye on Siege. KawaiiRice is the guy with a lot of gas. Hellion trying to counterattack in his opponent's main base. The supply depots are going to be there and are going to be enough to fend that off. And KawaiiRice is actually going to retreat. No, okay, no, he's not. Wow, that tank actually getting pretty low in health. Needs to repair that immediately. That's exactly what he's going to do. Nice pitching here from these Hellions from TriMaster, but it's not going to be enough. KawaiiRice is going to pursue these across the bottom side of the map. TriMaster has that supply lead, 57 to 54. Income tab shows 31 to 30 in favor of the Yellow Terran player. KawaiiRice still patrolling, does not want to get dropped at this point in time. TriMaster able to bust out of that attempted contain there from KawaiiRice. KawaiiRice not too concerned, happy to keep his units alive. Going to move that command center over to that natural expansion. So we have we're relatively even at this point in time, to be completely honest. Stim is similarly timed for both these two players. Both these players are taking similarly timed natural expansions. Units lost shows KawaiiRice ahead in that regard, 825 to 499. But again, KawaiiRice did invest into this early proxy play. Banshee now taking down the SCVs in the main base of his opponent. KawaiiRice trying to get that turret done. But look at this, TriMaster going to target down these SCVs. TriMaster actually getting 7 kills with that Banshee. Up to 8 workers killed overall, taking down a Marine. This turret not quite in range to kill this Banshee. KawaiiRice does not want to lose any more workers at this point in time, loses another one. Keep in mind, TriMaster does not have Cloak. Oh, taking down some more Marines there. And KawaiiRice, losing a lot of stuff here. Behind this, TriMaster adding on a 3rd command center. Banshee still alive, 11 kills, taking on the supply depot. Marines coming forward, and are they going to take it? 4 HP. It is going to end up dying. So KawaiiRice finally dealing with that Banshee. Not before it does a lot of damage. Viking coming in a little bit late to the party. Hellions from KawaiiRice have control of this watchtower. And TriMaster accumulating quite an army here. Repairing that Viking is 2 tanks, plenty of Marines. Siege mode is almost done. Keep in mind, he has that 3rd on the field, and KawaiiRice is just now starting his 3rd. Again, the series is tied 1-1. Winner of this best of 3 advances on to play QXC in the grand final. QXC showing complete dominance thus far in this tournament. TriMaster approaching his opponent's side of the map. Plenty of Marines, plenty of tanks here. His opponent, not as many. Units tab shows 3 tanks, 24 Marines for TriMaster, 1 tank, 2 Marauders, 16 Marines for KawaiiRice. What TriMaster could potentially do is set up a nice little tank line, contain his opponent on 2 bases, while taking his 3rd. That would be a fancy move. I would be okay with that. He could also try to elevate her into his opponent's main base. Coming forward here, though, is TriMaster. Does KawaiiRice have siege? Yes, he does. Not sieging up the tanks just yet, and TriMaster is going to elevate her into the main with these tanks. KawaiiRice scrambling, trying to get a position to deal with this. This Viking is able to provide vision for those tanks. KawaiiRice does have Stim, but when does he try to engage? There's so much stuff on the field here from TriMaster, unsieging one of his tanks, but KawaiiRice going to go for it, pulling all of his SCPs to try to deal with this. The Marines stimming for the tanks coming forward as well. TriMaster's just going to back out of there, getting as much damage done as he can. He's still up in the supply, 95 to 75. But KawaiiRice able to deal with that push. Came at a cost, though. 2661 to 2374 is the units lost in favor of KawaiiRice. So that's not too bad at all. That wasn't very cost efficient there from TriMaster. But behind this, accumulating again a fierce army. Both these players' 1-1s are similarly timed. TriMaster is just now getting combat shields, though. KawaiiRice doesn't have combat shields either. And just now beginning that upgrade. Adding on an army, a 2nd factory. But TriMaster going to secure this 3rd base, transferring the SCVs right away. His economy is going to be fantastic at this point in time. We should see this start to surge up here. Going up to 1,700, 1,800. Will we break 2,000? 2,000. Do I hear 2,100? Wow, 2,500 there. Yeah. So surging up there in that economy is TriMaster. KawaiiRice trying to swing around the top side of the map. Again, going after the economy of his opponent, realizes, oh my gosh, he has a 3rd. And look at this brilliant flank here from TriMaster, trapping every single one of these Hellions, and they're all going to die. Wow, great play there from TriMaster. There's no way out from KawaiiRice. Brilliant positioning. And does this trigger an offensive from TriMaster? Now, KawaiiRice does have nice positioning at the top of his 3rd ramp. This is one of the harder maps to engage your opponent, who would be on 3 bases. 41 Marines, 6 tanks, 3 medevacs on the field for TriMaster compared to 31 Marines, 2 Marauders, and 4 tanks. The important number there is the tank count. TriMaster was 3 more tanks than his opponent. Advancing towards his opponent's 3rd base. Up in supply, 137 to 118, scanning to see what's up. Literally. TriMaster deciding he wants to engage into the natural expansion. There are no siege tanks back here. There's one. He needs to siege up, though. KawaiiRice repositioning his tanks to defend against this aggression from his opponent. TriMaster just going to take out the rocks, might back away, might send one Marine up as a sacrifice to see what's up there. Or actually, I think he just scanned. So that's fair enough. TriMaster checking on additional expansions with this Marine. I like that idea. And now KawaiiRice has to worry about two fronts here. If he mispositions, he can easily find himself knocked out of this tournament. But really good tank positioning here with those two tanks. Has the ability to keep maneuvering these tanks and sieging whenever he feels like it. This Marine providing scouting, trying to identify where his opponent's army is. Now he sees it. TriMaster up 185 to 143, but how does he take advantage of that supply? No. Well, I don't know if this is a pause or another crash. It looks like on the screen there we saw TriMaster's. Let's hope this irons itself out. Okay, I think we're good. Everyone can breathe a sigh of relief. We don't have to restart. I don't think. And okay, both these players are good. Not sure what that pause is. All right, we're back in the game. That was a pretty intense moment. TriMaster going to siege up with those tanks. KawaiiRice has that high ground control, getting some nice shots off on his opponent, but TriMaster has so many tanks here. He's up 191 to 145 in that supply count. TriMaster dodging in between the natural and the third base. KawaiiRice bringing all of his tanks to the third, perhaps leaving his natural vulnerable. He realizes that fact. Going to back up some tanks in that direction, but TriMaster just going to retreat for now. Going to rendezvous with this army coming from his natural expansion. Units tab shows 85 Marines on the field for TriMaster. 9 tanks, 7 medevacs. Taking 2 additional expansions here. TriMaster's now max. Going to start looking for those cost efficient trades, trying to catch his opponent off guard. He's going to try to stem up at this ramp. He might end up trying to. The tank's coming forward as well, but TriMaster just teasing us and backing away. The pressure's on KawaiiRice. If KawaiiRice miss micros for a second, TriMaster will take advantage. Both these players scanning each other essentially every second. TriMaster trying to find a vulnerability. And there we go. TriMaster going to be sieging up on the low ground. Nice positioning. Oh, getting a lot of nice shots off onto those Marines. A little bit of miss micro there from KawaiiRice. Going to stim and back away immediately at the same time. TriMaster sending some tanks over to the natural expansion. Going to use that medevac for that high ground vision. KawaiiRice starting 3-3. TriMaster has yet to start that upgrade, so... But TriMaster's been maxed for a long time. Uh-oh, big engagement going to happen here. Marines versus Marines. KawaiiRice backing up, trying to bait his opponent into that siege line. TriMaster going to be too good for that. Heading over to the natural expansion. TriMaster might try to advance up to the natural or might just back away. That's exactly what he's going to do. When you're one game from elimination, one decision from elimination, you're going to be as safe as possible, and that's exactly what we're seeing from TriMaster. KawaiiRice extending out of his third base. Looks like he's going to try to secure a fourth. At the same time, we see a drop at the top side of the map. He's going to try to harass this planetary fortress. These players are dangerously close to each other. TriMaster might go for it. Stimming forward his Marines, sieging up his tanks. KawaiiRice getting the siege off a little bit faster, backing up his TriMaster, trying to absorb all those tank shots, but KawaiiRice with a surprisingly good advantage, and TriMaster immediately going to pick up some units and go for a drop. TriMaster still ahead 150 to 146 in supply, but KawaiiRice coming back in a big way in that supply count. Little skirmish going on the top side of the map. One Marine going to come out victorious, actually 2. KawaiiRice all of a sudden does have that supply lead, 147, 144, but how long will that last? TriMaster has this base, he has this base. So he has 5 bases to his opponent's 3. The main bases of these two players are essentially mined out. Ouch. Good shots there from KawaiiRice. Yeah, main bases are essentially mined out here for KawaiiRice and in TriMaster.
We are 2 minutes away from the normal giveaway hour. 2 minutes away from the normal giveaway 47-minute hour.
Now, TriMaster, his economy is fine right now. 2,000 to his opponent's 1,400. KawaiiRice really needs to think about securing this 4th base. 4th command center is on the way. But again, TriMaster has had his 4th and his 5th for a while. TriMaster going to go for it, trying to go for cost-efficient trade, throwing a lot of Marines away, though. Scanning the high ground, and KawaiiRice still keeps getting the better of these engagements. KawaiiRice keeps getting those cost-efficient trades compared to his opponent. Units lost, look at that, 11,885 to 9,428. Which is why KawaiiRice is still in this game, even though he's down 2 bases. 3-3 just now finishing for KawaiiRice, really trying to take advantage, sieging up those tanks on the high ground. TriMaster scanning up there to see what's going on. Is going to be able to take out that tank. One brave Marine barely inching into watchtower control. Another tank falling. TriMaster going to wrap around the left-hand side. Might go straight for the natural expansion. That might be a really good decision here from TriMaster. KawaiiRice sees this coming. How does he prepare? Moving his tanks and Marines to try to deal with this. The tank's going to see jump, but TriMaster going to stem forward and try to deal with this. Going to target down one tank. No, going to back away. Looks like KawaiiRice going to try to flank with his other Marines and Marauders. TriMaster has a lot of medevacs. Does not want to lose this army. A couple of medevacs going down there, and TriMaster bringing forward some reinforcements, using this to try to leapfrog forward some tanks of his own. This game is so back and forth. We can see the importance of positioning in TVT displayed here. KawaiiRice trying to take that watchtower control. Decent shots off there from TriMaster, getting some free shots off onto those Marines. Both these players are 3-3 at this point in time. KawaiiRice able to secure that 4th base finally. Natural expansion getting mined out for both these two players. Looks like KawaiiRice going to try to flank on the left-hand side, sieging up those tanks. Great position here for KawaiiRice. TriMaster forced to engage, moving forward his tanks, but absorbing so many tank shots from those tanks from KawaiiRice. A lot of Marines falling for free there from TriMaster. Again, KawaiiRice getting those great trades from his opponent. So many fronts for these two players. Oh. Both these players exchanging blows. TriMaster has the bigger bank, but can he convert that to work out for him? Because it's been tough so far. KawaiiRice sieging up outside of his opponent's 4th base. There are tanks from the logo. There goes a scan from TriMaster. But nice positioning here from KawaiiRice. This game is ridiculous. Both these players just jockeying for position at the moment. Every move has to be completely planned out and methodical. It's almost like a game of chess we're watching. TriMaster still has that supply lead, but at this point, he hasn't been able to convert the supply lead into anything. Sending 2 tanks over to this base at the bottom right. And that's a great position for TriMaster, but KawaiiRice is going to come forward with his Marines and his tanks to try to deal with this. And KawaiiRice can clean that up with relative ease, not losing too much. There's a drop from TriMaster. That's going to get cleaned up as well. Uh-oh. TriMaster finding a hole in his opponent's defense, stimming Marines into his opponent's 3rd base, going straight after the economy. Just going to target down that orbital command. KawaiiRice caught a little bit off guard here. And this might be exactly what TriMaster needs. Breaking a hole in his opponent's defense, and KawaiiRice is backing absolutely everything up. TriMaster going to take advantage, moving his forces forward. TriMaster committing a lot of Marines to this, but look at this. He has control of this high ground. And KawaiiRice eventually going to clean this up. TriMaster needs to get these medevacs out alive. Marine's going to stamp forward from KawaiiRice, taking down these tanks here from TriMaster, not able to siege in time. And KawaiiRice melting everything away. TriMaster caught off guard there. Everything has been broken apart. Every front is gone that recently existed. This planetary fortress needs to be repaired. It's going to be fine. Now, KawaiiRice did lose this orbital. This is an incredibly important base here for KawaiiRice. Represents pretty much half his economy, considering he's not mining much here. KawaiiRice has that supply advantage, 178 to 164. TriMaster might just abandon this base altogether. TriMaster has control of this high ground. It's going to be very tough for KawaiiRice to extend up there. TriMaster has the bigger bank, 2K to 100. Like, KawaiiRice has no money right now. TriMaster scanning the high ground. Can't repair this forever. 2 Marines heading over here, being annoying at the middle right. Some tanks moving forward from TriMaster, trying to take his opponent off guard. Sieging up. Oh, great positioning here from TriMaster. He should be able to hit these units. And there's the scan. Gonna take those out. Stepping forward is KawaiiRice going to break this one contain. But here we go, TriMaster going for this army in the top left, and he's going to clean it all up with relative ease. TriMaster now max his opponent at 180 supply. Can TriMaster finally take advantage? He 198 supply to 185, but KawaiiRice is going to close that gap in an instant. Oh no, TriMaster running into these siege tanks, but that's okay. He's just going to stim forward and target him down. KawaiiRice trying to counter with some Marines of his own, but that's so many units on the high ground there from TriMaster. Now he's going to slowly leapfrog forward. Again, he's going to prevent his opponent from taking this base. The only mining bases for KawaiiRice are this one and this one, while TriMaster has 1, 2, 3. Oh, this one's almost gone though. KawaiiRice swinging some Marines around the north side of the map. Both these players have to be incredibly aware of all the potential flanks, all the potential counterattacks. Wow, Marines taking down a lot of SCVs here. KawaiiRice, great play, but here come the Marines from TriMaster, going to deal with that. TriMaster pulling this army across the field. And this army is too weak. There's no way that KawaiiRice can hold this front with just this amount of units compared to this. And here we go. TriMaster knows it, sending forward the tanks and the Marines sieging up. Is TriMaster going to start shelling away, and they're all going to disappear? TriMaster busting through, and now what stops him? He's got only a few tanks on this side. Tanking a few Marines over here. TriMaster's going for it. He smells victory right here, right now. Up 200 to 152 in that supply count. He can engage from 2 locations. That's exactly what he's going to do. TriMaster trying to decide where he wants to engage. Has the superior composition, has more tanks, and here he goes. TriMaster advancing to his opponent's 4th base. Does KawaiiRice have enough to hold? These 4 tanks going to get surrounded incredibly easy by TriMaster. KawaiiRice pulling all of his SCVs to try to deal with this, but the DPS from TriMaster is too amazing. The tank's doing so much damage to those Marines. Tank reinforcements from the right side doing a lot as well, but KawaiiRice, it looks like he might be able to eventually claw through this, but he's lost so much. Now down 146 to 107 supply. Look at the banks of these 2 players. TriMaster well ahead in that regard. Income tab 50 to 35. Workers killed 43 to 26. Both these players passing each other, their main armies. TriMaster needs to siege up on the high ground. He needs tanks up here to defend against this push here from his opponent. Both these players engaging into each other's natural expansion. TriMaster is going to try to use exclusively Marines to deal with it at the same time. TriMaster advancing into his opponent's natural and main base, sieging up those tanks. KawaiiRice has no response to this. And the difference is I think TriMaster has a response to this. Sieging up on the high ground, just going to lift up those orbital commands. TriMaster loading up into those medevacs. TriMaster up 152 to 92 supply. This could be the end for KawaiiRice. His production is cut off. These Marines are stranded, no way to get out. TriMaster eventually deals with this push from KawaiiRice. Again, he has so many bases still functioning. KawaiiRice, this one is barely mining. He has this one at the bottom right, but that's about it. KawaiiRice trying to make a stand here. But look at all these Marines from TriMaster. He's going to engage this army over here on the right-hand side. All the tanks are dealt with. But still, such a massive army alive for TriMaster. Stimming forward with these Marines. I think this is all that remains of KawaiiRice's army, barring what's in his main. The scraps, 2 tanks, 10 Marines. And there's the GG from KawaiiRice. TriMaster takes the game, takes the series, and we're going to see a rematch in the grand final. There we see, I think that's QXE congratulating his teammate. That means Complexity will be your representation at the World Finals as a team. But as a player, it's going to be either TriMaster or QXE.
You saw those two there at the end. This is going to be a great matchup. This is the second go-around between QXC and TriMaster there with Complexity as, again, QXC took that battle 2-0. And right now this is going to be a tough road here for TriMaster. Not only does he have to win one best of 3, but he has to follow that up and beat QXC twice.
Yeah. 2
best of 3s to represent the U.S. in the World Cyber Games Finals there in China. But let's go and take a quick break. Coming up next is going to be the finals, the StarCraft 2 finals of the World Cyber Games USA National Finals right here live from the New York Comic-Con, brought to you by the Samsung Notebook Series 7 Gamer. We'll be right back with more StarCraft 2.